These guys, Mark Halderson and Randy and everybody, all worked with you. They worked with you in particular. You were like you guys were the A team, and that's what we call them, A team, B team.
We were the other A team.
That kind of, yeah, the other A team.
The other A team.
I pity the fool who don't tell me where I'm going. There's the A1 and the A team.
And what I had to write, what I had to say about,
get up here.
What I had to say about Mark Halderson,
oh God,
it was too late. Because I said that Mark's been known to play the piano with one foot on the keyboards.
Yes.
I happen to know he cooks the same way, so if he brought anything homemade, don't eat it.
Oh!
Go ahead, Mark.
That's
All
for
right.
sure.
Say something about Bill.
I will. I've got plenty to say.
Oh my gosh.
For one thing, the checks were too small most of the time.
No, that's okay. Well,
What do I have here?
Oh my
Oh, okay. All right.
Can't read it.
Well, no. It was just so you know, I knew what I was going to say. You know, one thing for sure is we know that you participate. You know, you frequented El Sombrero most of the time.
Oh boy,
this summer. I don't know what you saw in that place, but we always knew when you frequented El Sombrero because we had to change clothes with you in the dressing room. And you had skid marks every time you...
A penchant for flatulence.
I mean, really. Just that brown streak right down the back of your underwear there. So, you know, that was the day.
He buys them like
also,
that.
Yeah.
That was funny. What else you got to say?
As well as being a musician and
geez, I've never been called that.
and an entertainer as far as banjo and singing and everything, it surprised the hell out of me to know that you were a juggler too.
You juggled?
You juggled 3 women all summer, and I don't know how you did it.
3. I knew about 2.
I was starting on a 4.
That's why he's got no hair. He keeps it rubbed off on the headboard.
I'm serious, really. Well,
You can kill that.
no, but I think the most classic moments this summer, you know, this is getting away from the roast, I guess. The classic moments were when the guy pulled out the dentures, and you said they were mail-in dentures. He was talking to this guy, and it was, how did you lead into that, Bill, about the teeth?
Oh, we were thinking he had his mouth open. I said, boy, you need some dental work. He pulled his dentures out. I said,
took his dentures out.
I said, oh, okay, you can just mail those in.
And the day you were chasing paws, you were running like a bitch. And you fell bigger than fucking slid across that banjo.
Just take those old records on the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time of rock and roll.
Hurry up, Robert, get the rope. I'll cover his eyes way down. I got you covered. Hey! What's up? That's our dinner. Get that.
One they did get on tape is when you fell on the stage. You tripped and fell over
the monitor.
And I couldn't help it, Bill. My apologies, but I just fell off that stool. I was on the goddamn bottom of the stage laughing like a bitch. I'm serious.
Oh, that was funny.
Now the grisly
And
details.
in closing, the day that you had told us all year, it's an absolute no-no to wear sunglasses on stage. You remember this, Randy? He went out front, man. Did the whole pre-show with sunglasses. He came back to the band. He was doing the credit number, you know, the roll, and I said to him, yeah, it's pretty sunny out today, ain't it, Bill? He goes, yeah. I said, yeah, I noticed you got your shades on. He goes, oh, fuck.
You actually said that on stage?
Yeah, well, I hope your mic was
Leave
off.
it to Bill to come up with them classy ad-libs. Is that it?
Well, I'll tell you what, yes, jokingly, yes, but I do want to close on a note. Bill, hell of a boss, man.
Oh, thanks. Well,
One
not
of
a
the most
boss.
exciting summers ever, man.
I'm not a boss. Well, I was just a patron.
I enjoyed my record very much.
My pleasure. Really. Nice.
Mark's partner in crime, Randy Sims.
Randy Sims?
Yeah, well, there's something about Robert and Randy we have to let you guys know.
Bobby, thanks.
I was over at their house the other night, and I found out from Randy that before he played the drums, he played the trombone, but he had to quit because he lost his lip. He played the violin, but he had to quit because he lost his bow. This year he played at SeaWorld, lost his job. Randy, sad to say so.
All right. Well, very well said. You know, Bill, since we started working there, Bill always made sure that he hired us on a whim. He saw a video of us and hired us. He's never heard of us before. First couple of weeks we worked there, Bill was just always reminding us, you guys got your spats on, got your hats, where's your, you know, get your armbands on. Jesus Christ, come on, get with it. And with that in mind, the very first time we got a really large ovation from the audience after the pre-show. You know, Mark and I were really happy about that, you know, and we're like, wow, what the hell we get such an ovation today, you know? Bill was out front. He pulled the freaking plug to his banjo out of his pocket. Said, Bill, plug your banjo in. And then they all sat down.
Need for reminding me. Little minor technical.
Sunglasses, banjo unplugged. You've been having a real good time.
But I'm the boss.
That's right. You guys attack.
You got to remember that.
And
That's right. And that's about the only statement I had to make about Bill Parthe. But in all seriousness, I enjoy working with each and every one of you a whole lot, and hope maybe someday, you know, might cross paths again.
Right.
You never know. You never know. Very good,
And
man.
if they do cross paths, don't step on it.
What an ovation.
Yeah, likewise.
And now Jerry's freezing to death over here.
Yeah, it's
You want a
cold
jacket?
But I wrote a real good line about Jerry. Jerry.
Let's hear it.
Jerry,
well, you did your homework, Bauer, didn't you?
I know, we all know Jerry Pollock. I had to call around and get your last name. We keep forgetting what it is. Are you cold? Okay, yeah.
Just rehearsing his goosebumps.
One big goosebump. And we all know that Jerry doesn't talk much, so I can't tell you that much about him. He only talked to me once. that was to ask me which was Robert and which was Ray. He's got waves in his hair. Jerry, you got something to say?
Well, I just want to say that, you know, Bill's birthday, and I know when Bill was born, you guys don't know this, he was an unwanted child, but today he's wanted in 3 states. And
Which 3? I don't want to avoid again.
And he's been our boss this summer, and you know, boss spelled backwards is double S-O-B.
That's my line.
You're getting all these lines from them 4 women you've been juggling.
You guys are just wonderful bringing all these fine subjects up.
Yeah, when do we distribute this tape?
That's right, we're going to make lots of money.
Jerry's my lookalike.
He is?
Yeah.
He is.
Okay, Jerry, you got the floor. Go ahead, run with it.
Now what are you going to say?
I just wanted to say that it's been a good summer for me.
Good, good. I'm glad.
Sure has.
Fun.
Well,
Everybody agrees with that.
yeah, it's been a super summer. I mean, one of the best fun summers I've had for a long, long time.
I thought you guys dance off.
No,
It's Mr.
little
Soundtrack
Ruby Keeler
himself.
out there.
Go.
George,
No.
I don't.
The king of the Wah-Wah clothes.
I didn't know if you were going to make it, George. You were real hard to write for, but the only thing that I remember the time that when I came out with that glass of water.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to hit him.
It was meant for Rick.
He ducked, I missed him, and he took it right in the face. The look on his face was worth the price of admission to me.
Sure it was. I'm sure it
It was a good thing it
was.
was a hot day,
Did you
right,
capture
George?
that on film?
We weren't close enough, but boy, I'll tell you, he looked at me and I looked at him, and the whites of his eyes filled his glasses. They were just as big. But anyway,
Good
go
thing it
ahead,
was a hot
George. Do your best.
Well, I'm getting the drift here that if we don't say something nice about Bill, we don't get our last paycheck. Figured that out already. That wasn't my plan originally to say anything nice.
Don't say anything.
I was thinking real
If you
hard,
don't say
too.
something bad, we're going to throw you out. No, take it whatever it's
The one
worth.
thing that started to wear on people, I noticed this in the audience, is, you know, they would ask for requests sometimes, and Bill, they didn't want June and January. They wanted January and June. No, it's the other way around. That's a musician's job.
I caught it.
We're going to study our music and laugh.
The other thing is, what the hell is a one-horse open shay? I've always wondered about that since winter.
Is that how they say that?
It's an Irish thing.
Jingle bells, one horse open
It's an Irish thing.
It's a little covered, one horse, two.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that you couldn't pronounce sleigh or
In
something.
summer it's a Surrey, in winter it's a Shay.
I just want to say it was great not having to play with you that often. What can I say?
Oh, here we go.
Happy birthday, Bill.
You send these spies down looking at my apartment.
Mario, you have something to say? Mario Caraciola. I only bring that up because we were watching tapes yesterday.
Yes.
And you said,
What did he
let's
say?
hear it for Mark Stryker, Keith Bauer, Mario Caracinini.
That only happened once, and you know why it happened? He was late coming out of the hole. I didn't know. Then he jumped out. I was already starting to introduce the guy on the trap door, and instead of saying, "Oh shit," I tried to make up a name for him.
Well,
I
that's what Caracinini means in Italian. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
But when we were in Chicago, you know, Mario did the comedy press. We went to Chicago for a while to do that show, and he says, just call me Mario Carr.
Yeah.
So, here he is.
Mario
Mitsubishi. Go ahead. Say something.
I would have went Mark Carr.
Mark who? Mark
Carr.
I just wanted to say, Bill, was it very necessary in going to El Sombrero and then afterwards coming in to the stuntman's trailer and letting everybody know what you had for lunch there rather than outside?
He'd let it go, and Robert would sit there going, nachos, tacos.
Oh, no, it was
Jalapenos.
the Supreme. It was the Supreme.
The Supreme. You like the saying, too?
Oh, yes.
He just liked to share the
Go on,
love.
Mario.
Well,
I
that
didn't mind it once
kept
we
your
could
hair
smell it, so
curly,
once we
didn't
could
it?
taste it, I didn't like it.
Sure on, Mario.
I worked at SeaWorld last year, and I didn't meet you, Bill, but
Yeah, where'd you
I
work last
had
year?
I worked in entertainment.
Okay.
I had
Oh, you were a walk around this? Yeah.
I had the image of Bill Parthe as a straightforward guy.
Well, I am.
No.
Pretty straight.
I mean, all business, all everything. But getting to know you, Bill, was a nice experience because you find out that different people are different. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do. I do. He needs to be the president of SeaWorld. Then they'd make it.
Things will get done.
Thank God, damn it.
Take it, MC.
This is worse than being in the audience at the show.
Good, let's move along.
MC.
Let's get to Robert Sims.
All right.
When I think of Robert, there's a lot of things we could say. How coming across the country was an event for everybody.
Yes.
But I'm reminded of the time, real recent, when Robert was trying to put his pants on in the dressing room. And for some reason, Paws jumped up and ended up stuck in his pants. I don't know why the dog did that, but you know, Eric and I still can't get the smell off the dogs. right, Robert, your turn.
Bill, what can I say? You're an interesting character, Bill.
Oops.
When I first met you, I remember can I get a slip?
You're getting Ray all choked up here.
Sorry about that, buddy. I didn't realize that I was doing it.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Go.
we have the floor over here. You guys want neck? Go over there.
Bill, when I first met you, I didn't know about you. I was like, who is this guy? And they told me you were going to be the boss of the band. So I said, okay, all right. So I got to know you a little bit, and everything was cool at the beginning. You know, they wanted me to come here and talk bad about you. I'm not going to talk about how you fart, Bill. I'm not going to talk about how you used to come in the locker room and say, everybody! I'm not going to talk about that, Bill. I won't do that.
Or how
Close the door,
frequently either, don't
No,
mention
no,
that.
no. How frequently?
Hi, Jack.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Jack's not a cop, is he?
We're roasting Bill,
Why'd everybody
Jack.
run?
Go on.
Also, Bill, I'm not going to talk about how you did the bird. I like that. I like that. That's a little head nod, a little dance movement and everything. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But, I don't know. Tell you the truth, Bill, you're all right, guy.
Jeez, that's nice.
You're really cool. I like your voice.
Yeah.
There's only just before me.
Man, yours.
If it ran, one or.
Actually, I got power to the coil. I just found that out. You know, I checked it all out.
Well, it'd be nice if we could go out on the water.
Power to the coil. I did the same thing to my wife.
Yeah, no.
Using it as a birth control device.
No.
Who's next, Power?
Reyes. I've introduced Ray so many times, I've got nothing left to say.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You can't cut him down somehow?
Ray Woodfork.
Ray,
I know he's got family in Chicago.
Well, we won't send this to Chicago.
But I'm sure Ray has some things to say about old Bill.
Mr. Woodfork,
Not a bit.
you're on.
Bill, this is how I feel about stand-up. Put that down.
There you go.
Hey, listen.
This rated excellent and bisexual.
No, I mean, yeah. I remember this spring when you and Wayne were down there, you know, in Florida. And we came back and we were walking in and I told Matt, I says, Wayne and Ray are here. And we walked around the corner and there you guys were sitting in your usual pose in the kitchen with a bottle of whiskey and already 4 sheets to the wind, you know. Oh, that was good to see you both again.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, we went around the table, guys.
Likewise.
We didn't get to Bob McGuire.
Your competition has something to say.
Wait a second. Are you done? Are you done hugging and kissing and everything? You guys want to go in for a quickie and then we'll wait?
We'll wait till all the controversial shit's over, then we'll get to it.
Okay.
Is this tape being edited?
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not.
And we're going to make a fortune. Not by selling it to each person at the table, but by you paying us not to give it to other women that you know.
Especially the juggler joke.
The ones we didn't talk about.
Tomorrow, a current affair.
A current affair. Now, Bob McGuire, we worked with Bob McGuire 6-7 years ago. And at that time, we found out that his nickname was Mad Dog McGuire. Mad Dog, of course, was a nickname given to him by his wife, the Ashtabula Slasher.
And she knows how to do the Norwegian wedding boogie real well.
That's right, the Norwegian wedding boogie. So, Bob, take it away.
She used to call me Jack the Zipper. But anyway, if my lieutenant will please deliver the award, as the evident resident president of the Mervyn Sturdlish Foundation, that's an organization whose less than annual awards are the envy of every red-blooded Eskimo, Latvian, and Norwegian taxi driver. It gives me great pleasure to bestow upon Bill Parthe this unique award for the following: for singing more consecutive choruses of bingo correctly than any other living... Shh, don't interrupt me, goddammit. For singing... A little friggin' courtesy, please. For singing more consecutive choruses of bingo correctly than any other living vocalist. For holding the world's record for consecutive underwater sing-alongs at Shamu Stadium. For having personally bestowed upon me 8 years of solvent paychecks, a service my wife has not yet mastered after 28 years. For having performed in all weather for the musically deprived, the tone deaf, the uncoordinated, and the disinterested. Now, for never losing his sense of humor, except in his personal life, even when... Okay, now, how can I fail to praise a man who has had, for the last 8 years, the good taste and the keen judgment to hire me? He is the greatest paying fan I've ever had. I've never been prouder to be a wharf rat. What is whatever I am.
Don't start it. Don't get carried away with it.
You're on film, man. Get it.
Also, for the most individualized and stylized dancing on top of a packing crate. So we bestow this award. Bill, thanks a lot. No shit.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all.
All right.
Coming through
Go get it
you
now.
is indeed an honor.
May I have ready yet? Paul went off to get the other thing. From me and the boys, Bill, we want you to have this tape. There's a few shows on there that you like. One was the one where Ray's hair, remember? Every time we pulled on it, it would stay. That show's on there.
Great.
And then we have,
These are memorable cuts.
I think there's one other show. The first show on there is just a good straight show. It's one of the best ones we've ever done. And then the other one was a funny show that you enjoyed. And this is, Paul didn't have time to say anything, but he has a little presentation first. Go ahead, give him your thing.
Okay. Nothing to say, but materialism speaks for itself.
There you go.
That's yours.
Hold it up in the camera, Bill.
Oh,
Hold it up in the camera there.
Old farts never die. They just smell that way.
Oh, that's fantastic, yeah.
And we got you cake.
I didn't even know it was his birthday.
Yes, we did.
Well, it's not exactly for his birthday. What to say? Farters Anonymous.
It's your application.
Farters Anonymous.
Well, as life would have it, Bill, remember you and I spent a lot of time around that old box. There you go.
All
right.
And that's an indelible ink.
I didn't tell you. Wait a second.
I didn't tell you.
Also, one final thing. Everyone stand up for a second.
Yeah.
Final tribute. We know that yesterday was your birthday, Bill.
Hey, Robert and Ray, they said stand up.
That's why George plays the piano.
Well, I'm overwhelmed with the emotion of all this.
There was a farmer had a daughter. Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a farmer had a daughter. Bingo was his name. Oh, I-N-G-O, N-G-O, N-G-O, and Bingo was his name. Oh, there was a farmer had a daughter. Bingo was his name. Oh, G-O, G-O. And Bingo was his name, oh, there was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name, oh, Bingo was his name, oh, there was a farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name, oh.
I can't believe you guys all know that. How did you learn that? Oh, wait a second. In honor of this. Oh, he saw it.
The last Bell Farm Barrel Fart. You have your life.